it's winter time, and I guess when you see this, it's going to be 2020. We are in northeastern Washington, and we're heading out to the Loon Lake Copper Mine, or what used to be the Loon Lake Copper Mine. Back behind you back there now. There is a bunch of cool material that you can apparently find out there, and I actually have a list this time. Here, you want to take this camera real quick? Boom. This way I'm actually prepared. I can tell you what we're looking for out here. Obviously, this area has a lot of azurite and malachite, but there's, man, culpurite, there's pyrites, quartz, bornite, azurite, bunch of stuff, bunch of cool things out here. So this mine shut down in 1956, and now this is timber company property. So we'll go out here and see if we can't find anything. It should be good. Here we are at the spoils, the discard pile, essentially, where you can see already there's some some material here.
What are we looking at? Malachite?
I believe malachite.
That one?
And of course there'll be photos of all this stuff. But yeah, we're not actually at the site yet, but we're gonna maybe start digging in here some. Got the geopick. Sarah's got the rock hammer. If you're interested in this type of stuff, there'll be links down yonder in the description box. But see what we can find. Oh, also check out these cool photos of what used to be out here. And they're pretty neat to find old historical photos of some of these mining operations. This place, I believe it started in 1913, and it was about a mile, not a mile, about 3/4 of a mile that direction. And as they mined and mined and mined, and they slowly worked their way up to here, and this is where it's ended. So let's do some digging. Yeah, there's pieces all in here. Check that out. That's probably not going to show up, but nice bright green piece. It'll be interesting to see what of this is malachite, what of this is copper. Azurite is a nice blue color, so keep our eyes peeled for that. We're not exactly at the mine site yet, though. We are... Oh, we basically are. We gotta head up the hill a little bit to get to my GPS tag, but, and obviously down in the description box there'll be all of the pertinent info. Check out that piece right there. That's pretty nice.
This blue one.
You got, ooh, yeah.
Nothing on the other side.
The little piece of azurite for sure. So you just surface picked all of this.
Yeah.
That's a really nice piece. Very cool. Man, I can't wait to come back here when there's no snow and I don't have to chip at the ground. Just had the outside of this and hit this piece, split it. See all that malachite and sparkly bits, that would be pyrite. Also, there's a bunch of garbage here. Maybe we should pick up the garbage on the way out, put it in our garbage bags.
What garbage?
The crap that people are shooting out here. But
What's it? Oh. So loud.
Yeah, it's nice. This is big. A 2-gallon bucket that's full, a 2-gallon bucket that's half full. I think there's definitely some good copper in there, some pyrite, some good malachite. I got a couple of little pieces of azurite that are really good. And I think next time when we come back, it will be hopefully thawed out here. And no geopick, no rock hammer, but probably a rake, like a hard-pronged rake to be able to drag material off of these piles. But I think it's pretty good. What do you think?
Good.
Yeah. Cool. So let's walk out. Also, in case you're curious, the world's greatest bucket handle is a piece of PEX piping over it. Super comfortable. You can double hand it. Screw those little plastic ones. Those things suck.
They roll in your hand.
Yeah, they roll in your hand. I actually have a larger bucket back in the car, and it is a piece of PEX with a piece of garden hose over the top of it. Super comfortable. You know, to give you an idea, a 5-gallon bucket of black beach sand is 106 pounds. That was a pretty good outing. Let's look at what we brought back. Let's start with some of the better things. I'm going to show you right here. This is a little jar that I got going, and this has all of the azurite that we found. These two little pretty little pieces right there are going to live in this little guy. Now, not everything that's green is malachite. Some of it's copper, but got some really nice pieces. I really enjoy these little plastic specimen jars. They I buy them on eBay. They're pretty affordable. I think they're intended for well, makeups and things like that. But they work really nice, and it makes for a nice display. I like that piece. A little bit of azurite on that. Throw that lid on there. Let's look at the copper and the malachite. This is, well, one of the jar I've put together of kind of top specimens that we found from the day. And dump that out here. And I'll try to show you at least what I see as being kind of the difference between some of the copper and just some of the malachite. It really does stand out. Oh, a couple pieces of azurite right there. That doesn't belong in that. You can see the difference between these. I'm pretty confident that that's malachite and that this is a combination of minerals going on there. So still very cool. I don't have a way of magnifying to get better identification of some of these minerals. So it is what it is. But there's a lot of really cool pieces in here. And of course, I will have some quality photos because now there's this thing in our life, and I can take those quality photos. I'm going to put this away and show you some of the bigger stuff now. So in that area, one thing that exists is serpentine, and there's a fair amount of it. And I believe this is a piece of serpentine. I've found, hold on, some really good pure pieces out there, like this. That's a pretty good piece of serpentine. It's very similar. So I'm going to go with this being a piece of serpentine. Got piles of rocks everywhere, it seems like. A couple of things that Sarah got that we split open is this, and you can see it fit together just like that. Split that, and you can see there's some interesting red mineralization going on in there, and you know, I don't have a way of magnifying and taking a photo, but we have that, which that's kind of neat. There's another piece here that pretty confident has some serpentine in it. A lot of different things going on in this sample right here. Kind of wants to chip away, but yeah, pretty cool. This is probably just going to make it out to the rock pile because it's not that great. Definitely not living in the house. These are some more quality pieces. There's some more azurite in that, which that's very neat. I like that piece a lot. Some beautiful green in this. I think, you know, I'm still learning, of course. That's part of what I share here is me learning things. And you can kind of really see the difference between that dark green, which I believe is the malachite, and the copper ore here. Some of the samples are significantly heavy. They're very heavy for the size, like this piece being way heavier than this. If I had a way of smashing all of this and then doing electrolysis and getting the copper, I would love to do that. I don't have the setup for that right now. Maybe in a future video. That is something that we can do here together. I like this piece. Runs all the way through. Very cool. Should have the very cool drinking game here. But this one has, may not show up, there'll be photos. Some pyrite on it, which that's very cool as well. I like that. I like these pieces here. So, this is not, that was not everything that we got. There's all of that. All of that. So I got some rocks here. A lot of this stuff is pretty good, you know. There's cool mineralization happening on these. I like that piece. And like you saw, I was able to split some of this, and it goes all the way through. So if somebody wanted to, you could split this up and find some pretty cool pieces. There's some nice little samples in here. So I don't know what to do with all of this. I'm not going to display all of this. So let me fix this real quick. Since I don't need this, if you would like this is a medium flat rate box, and I will ship it to you anywhere in the United States of America for the cost of shipping, and that is $15. So, there's a little space in here, so I have some red marble that I mined. I'll throw that on top, and you can have that as well. So you gotta have PayPal. Comment down below. First person that says they want it gets it. Be prepared to pay with PayPal, and let's make this quick and easy, and I'll get this box of malachite, some azurite, pyrite, quartz, ore, red marble out to you as soon as possible. As a little thank you for making it to the end of my video. And let's get that out of the way. As always, I appreciate the views. Please subscribe, hit the like button. I am on Instagram, so if you want to see kind of behind the scenes content, see what we're doing before these videos come out, go ahead and follow me there as well. The same name, currently Rockhounding. And yeah, I'll see you on the next adventure, I guess.